By Armstrong and Grant. This is the Bison Dele for the dunk.
Bryan Carson Williams entered the world on Easter Sunday, April 6, 1996, in Fresno, California, as the second son of Patricia Phillips and singer Eugene "Gino" Williams Jr. from the musical group The Platters. During Bryan's early years, his family accompanied the Platters on their travels until 1970, when his parents went through a divorce. His mother later remarried and they moved to Fresno. Unfortunately, that marriage ended when Bryan was in 7th grade. While in high school, he initially pursued track and field until his 10th grade, when a growth spurt catapulted him to a height of 6'8". Bryan reluctantly shifted his focus to basketball, despite not enjoying the sport. During his junior year, he played for Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, but transferred to St. Monica Catholic in Santa Monica, California, for his senior year. At St. Monica, Bryan showcased impressive stats, averaging 17.3 points, 12.7 rebounds, 2.1 assists, 2.5 steals, and 9.1 blocks. These outstanding performances led to numerous college offers, and Bryan committed to the University of Maryland. In his freshman year, he posted solid numbers, averaging 12.5 points, 6 rebounds, 0.8 assists, 0.6 steals, and 1.2 blocks. Despite a setback with losses in the ACC and NCAA tournaments, Bryan decided to redshirt his sophomore year to facilitate a transfer to the University of Arizona. During his junior year at Arizona, Bryan contributed with averages of 10.6 points, 5.7 rebounds, 0.4 assists, 0.6 steals, and 1.3 blocks. The team achieved success in the Pac-10 tournament, beating UCLA in the championship game, but faced a disappointing defeat to Alabama in the second round of the NCAA tournament. In his senior year, Bryan earned recognition on the All-Pac-12 first team and the All-Region team, achieving career highs in points, steals, and rebounds with averages of 14 points, 7.8 rebounds, 0.6 assists, 0.8 steals, and 1.1 blocks. After an eventful run in the Pac-10 tournament, defeating Oregon in the championship game but falling to Seton Hall in the NCAA tournament, Bryan Williams declared for the NBA draft. With the 10th selection in the 1991 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic selected Bryan Williams. Despite spending 2 years with the team, Orlando failed to reach the playoffs during both seasons, and Bryan averaged 6.85 points, 4.2 rebounds, 0.45 assists, 0.8 steals, and 0.95 blocks. Unhappiness plagued Bryan during his time with the Magic, leading to depression and an attempt to overdose on pills. The next year, Bryan was traded to the Denver Nuggets in exchange for guard Todd Lichty and forward Anthony Cook. During his initial season in Denver, the team reached the semifinals with contributions from Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf and Dikembe Mutombo, ultimately losing to the Utah Jazz in a 7-game series. The following season, the Nuggets won 41 games but were eliminated in 3 games by the top-seeded San Antonio Spurs. On September 19, 1995, Bryan was traded to the Los Angeles Clippers for 7-foot center Elmore Spencer. In what turned out to be his standout year, Bryan recorded career-high averages of 15.8 points, 7.6 rebounds, 1.9 assists, 1.1 steals, and 0.8 blocks. Despite his efforts, the Clippers only managed to secure 29 victories. Contract disputes over money led Bryan to sign with the defending champions, the Chicago Bulls. During the playoffs, he received increased playing time off the bench and delivered a double-double in a series-clinching game. The Bulls went on to defeat the Utah Jazz in the NBA Finals, making Bryan Williams an NBA champion. Close associates of Bryan believed that this was the only time he found happiness in the league. However, a mid-flight mental breakdown where Bryan attempted to open the plane's doors prompted the Bulls to release him. Bryan later signed with the Detroit Pistons. In his second year with the Pistons, he legally changed his name to Bison Dele, honoring his Cherokee and African ancestry. Surprisingly, Bison chose to retire from the NBA before the 1999-2000 season at the age of 30, leaving behind a $36 million contract with the Pistons. Following his retirement, Bison embraced a globe-trotting lifestyle, obtaining a pilot's license and acquiring sailing skills. On July 6, 2002, Bison and his girlfriend, Serena Carlin, set sail from Tahiti aboard Bison's catamaran, the Hakuna Matata, accompanied by skipper Bertrand Saldo. Bison's brother, Miles DeBoard, formerly Kevin Williams, was the only person connected to the voyage that was heard from or seen after July 8, 2002, marking the final satellite phone call. Despite prior regular communication with Banks and family, Bison and Carlin lost contact. On July 20th, Miles returned to Tahiti alone with the boat. On September 6, 2002, a sting operation by Bison's family and friends led to Miles's arrest in Phoenix. Miles had forged Bison's signature to open mailboxes and purchase $152,000 worth of gold using Bison's passport. The Hakuna Matata, registered under an alias, was discovered near Tahiti with its nameplate removed and potential bullet holes patched. Miles assured his mother, Patricia Phillips, he would never harm Bison and couldn't face prison. 2 days later, Miles was found in a Tijuana hotel. The FBI and French authorities joined the investigation, uncovering Miles' $200 purchase of weights, suspected for submerging bodies. They concluded that Bison, Carlin, and Saldo were likely murdered and thrown overboard by Miles, alleging premeditation. Given the likely disposal in the Pacific Ocean, recovering the bodies seemed unlikely. Miles intentionally overdosed on insulin, slipping into a coma, and passed away on September 27, 2002, in a California hospital. His account suggested a dispute with Bison, an accidental death of Carlin, and subsequent killing of Saldo by Bison. However, forensic examination found no evidence supporting this narrative. Miles's story remains uncertain, with inconsistencies such as the weight purchase, disposal of bodies, patched bullet holes, identity theft, and Miles' deliberate insulin overdose instead of cooperation with authorities. After Miles' death, officials did not anticipate to solve the case. A memorial service was held for both brothers. This case remains unsolved.